What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about mixing libraries. So specifically what I mean by that is taking libraries by different developers and mixing them together in one orchestral production. So this has been a topic that's been widely discussed on forums like VI Control. People kind of go one way or the other. Like, does it really matter if we're using libraries recorded by different developers and putting them together, or should we strictly stay with one developer because it's all recorded in that same room, and that way you'll get the best results? So before I tell you my perspective on that, I want to play you a little short example, and then I'll show you something. So just have a quick listen to this, okay? All right. Now, my question to you would be, did I use libraries from different developers, or did I use all the libraries from one single developer? What do you think? Here's the answer. So let me pull up my Kontakt instance. And here's what we have. So here are my three different tracks. One is from Afflatus. That's the string patch. The Scene d'Amour Violins 1 Legato, I basically made it polyphonic so I could play polyphonic legato, Second track is a flute from Berlin Woodwinds. That's just the basic flute 1 legato from Berlin Woodwinds. Where is that? Let's see if I can pull it up just to show you here. Right there, flute 1 legato. And finally, the last horn here, the last track was a horn from Cinebrass Core. So, as you can see, I basically mix and matched in this case, and to me, it sounds pretty realistic. I don't have any problems mixing the rooms together because of one thing, and that is that the studios or the hall sizes that the samples are recorded in are relatively same sounding. They don't really have a size difference so huge that that it would sound totally unrealistic if we had kind of a drier signal with a completely wet one. And then you could totally tell that those are two separately recorded instruments in separate rooms, right? All these three sample libraries were recorded in stages and studios that are relatively large, not too large, but large enough that you get this nice reverberant sound. And the instruments have this nice level of detail with the close mics that give them a really nice, shiny sound. So my opinion is that it really does not matter if you mix and match. And I actually think there are better results that can come out of this, because libraries have their own different strengths. The halls and stuff are one of the selling points that developers like to use. Recorded in this hall with this many microphones. But honestly, just use your ears and see, like, okay, if I put this violin patch with this horn, or if I put this timpani patch in with the strings at this part, do those ambiances sound similar enough that I can put them together and there are no audible things that stick out as being unrealistic, if that makes sense. So let me play it one more time. And now, knowing that these three patches are from completely different developers, completely different libraries, see if that changes your perspective on how it sounds. So here we go, one more time. I'm just going to move this flute in line a little bit better with the violins here. Okay, there we go. So far we start with chords together. And I didn't quantize anything because I wanted to make it, human-like. And here the horn comes in underneath. And so that you can see the horn there, right there, underneath that lowest line. So personally, to me, I if you told me these all three libraries were recorded by the same developer in the same hall, I would believe you, because honestly, I don't care. I don't care if I'm mixing and matching from different libraries, because the end result is all that matters. If it sounds realistic, if it sounds like all three instruments were recorded at the same room, that's what we're going for. It doesn't matter if you want to be a purist and you want to stick with one developer. You don't need to be. That's why mixing and matching is a good idea in my opinion. Now, there's not to say that sticking with one developer doesn't have its benefits, right? Because you're virtually guaranteed to have the same sound of the room in all the orchestral sections if they're recorded separately. Like if you have all the Spitfire Symphonic series or you have all the Berlin series, then of course putting them together all makes sense to have one really, really cohesive sound. But let's say you have different libraries from different developers like I do, and you want to put them together because you want to put the best instruments, the strongest instruments from each library together to create this full piece. There's nothing wrong with that, absolutely. So that's just a little test. I hope my point came across. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that gave you a clear sense of what I think. In any case, leave your thoughts down below, and if this is something you do you mix and match libraries? If you do, what are your results? Or do you prefer to stick with one developer, and do you get the easiest and the most realistic results that way? So let me know. I'd love to know. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Until then, have a great day. Bye bye.